We all do it. The exact moment we unbox a new phone, we toggle the settings and the screen rapidly turns to black. We switch to dark mode because it's easier on our eyes in a dim room and it looks sleek. But most do it because we believe it saves a massive amount of battery life. But that last point, the battery savings you're counting on, is likely a complete placebo. The confusion comes from trusting the interface. We see black on the screen and assume the device is resting, mistaking a software paint job for a change in how the hardware is actually drawing power. To understand true power consumption, we have to look past the menus and dig directly into the physical engineering of your display panel. The reality of dark mode entirely depends on one question: what kind of screen are you using? Let's start with the most common, the IPS LCD. If your device uses an LCD, its architecture relies on a universal LED backlight constantly illuminated behind translucent pixels. When you switch to a dark theme, liquid crystals physically twist to block the light, but the backlight stays on, pushing energy against the darkened pixels. To your eyes, the screen looks dark and dormant. Mechanically, the device is working just as hard as it would if the screen were entirely white. Because the light source never powers down, the electrical draw of the device remains exactly the same. For an LCD panel, dark mode is nothing more than an aesthetic filter, offering zero physical efficiency to your hardware. But if you are using an OLED or AMOLED display, the physics change completely. In an OLED panel, there is no universal backlight. You are looking at a grid of microscopic pixels in a void. Each pixel operates as its own independent light source. When an app commands true black, the screen physically cuts full pitch to those specific pixels. In this state, those pixels are physically powered down. They aren't displaying a dark color, they are simply off. This localized microscopic hardware shutoff is the exact mechanism that actually conserves your battery. Hardware independence at the microscopic level is the absolute prerequisite for dark mode to transition from a software trick into a physical power-saving tool. However, simply owning an OLED screen does not guarantee your battery will last longer. There is a microscopic threshold your software has to meet. To trigger that hardware-level shutoff, the interface must use absolute true black, specifically relying on the hex code 000000. Many popular apps avoid this. Developers often design themes using a dark gray, like hex code 121212, to prevent a visual glitch known as contrast mirroring when you scroll through the interface. This chart illustrates rendering that specific shade. On the left, true black requires zero voltage. On the right, dark gray pixels receive continuous electrical voltage to emit light. Because they are actively energized, the battery savings drop significantly. Ultimately, dark mode only extends your battery life under two strict conditions. Your device must possess an OLED screen, and the software must utilize absolute true black. Real efficiency requires looking past the software toggle to understand the physical hardware in your hand. Don't let a simple UI trick fool you.